How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, before we start this video, I want to point out that I do have a little bit of a cold, so if I do sound weird, or if I do need to sneeze and stuff, I'm sorry. If my eyes look all watery, that's why. I've got a cold, I was out in the rain, and I'm just sick at the moment. So if I do sound a little bit off, that's why. But either way, let's get into the things that we're going to talk about today, guys. So today we have a lot of different information we're going to go through. So we won't really go through, we're going to go through some updates that have happened, okay? Not what you're seeing on the screen right here. This will be talked about right here. And also, we'll talk about something else that showed up that is kind of news-related. So we're going to go through all these things and see what's up and, you know, what we can tell from this. But let's get started with the first thing, right? So this was sent to me by Dark Brussel on Twitter, and he just told me, looks like Let's Go Graphics. And I was just like, okay, I think I know what this is, because I think I've already seen it. So I want to first just tell you guys what this is, because a lot of people keep asking me and keep sending this my way and telling me like, yo, look, this is like a new Pokemon game or something, you know what I mean? But for anybody who doesn't know, what you're seeing on the screen right here, which, by the way, does look maybe cool like this. I mean, this does look pretty awesome. I've got to be honest. This looks amazing. No denying that. It does look amazing. But this is, in just simple terms, just a arcade game in Japan, as far as I've understood, because I've seen this in the past. It's basically like an arcade game in Japan that you can play, which like basically you just play it on an arcade, because arcades are still big in Japan. It's really weird because I've never seen like an arcade in Sweden except in like my school that I used to go to, which was a game development school. It's the only place I actually saw like an actual arcade in. But in Japan, arcades are still very big, they're very popular, and a lot of people still use them, so there is this game for the arcade that they have, which basically has like a bunch of Pokemon, you can catch them and stuff. I think like, they must be making some decent amount of money out of it if they're still like, you know, producing stuff for it, and adding new like cards. They make something like these weird cards that I guess you like put into the actual arcade machine, and then these Pokemon kind of like get summoned or something. I'm not really sure exactly how it works, but it's pretty interesting, and they have a lot of like interesting stuff in there. But all these designs, all these 3D models are made by, of course, Creatures Inc. Because actually you can see this on Creatures Inc.'s website, which I'll be able to find real quick here for you guys. If we can just find it, because I sometimes end up on a wrong website, some weird-ass website called creaturesinc.com, which is just really creepy. But if you go to creatures.co.japan, you'll have this website, of course, which I remember there was one person that made a video about, oh, look, it's a 3D Pikachu walking on the screen. This is a hint about a Kanto game, which was just so stupid. Of course, they'll have Pikachu. There is the mascot of Pokemon, and they're a company that literally, they're a part of, like, the Pokemon company that makes the 3D models and stuff. So, of course, they'll have Pikachu there as kind of a demonstration of their work. But it's besides the point. I'm not here to be ranting about a certain individual, but we do have other stuff here, which is their products. And if you go to their products and services and you see their stuff here, you will notice there is this weird-ass game, which, again, like, we don't know much about it because we don't play it. But here you go. I think it's like, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be this. What's it called? Like 3D CG. I'm doing the best production of the Pokemon 3D CG and the 3D CG model data management. The 3D CG models are used in Pokemon related content such as Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pochu Fist, Pokemon Gali. I think it's maybe Gali. I think it's maybe Pokemon Gali or Pochu Fist. I don't know. It's either one of those. I can't remember like which one of these is, because they have had a lot of like different products. I think if you go here, 3D CG, I think. Gair, Pokemon Gair, here it is. Okay, so this is the game. And it's some sort of, I don't really know exactly what, like, it is. It's like one play equals 1 yen. So it's like basically like and see, you have these little weird chips, right, that you put into your, into the arcade, and you can play with them. And it's like a really interesting game, if I've got to be honest, because we don't know much about it, but apparently it's like super big in Japan, because I've been seeing, like, I've seen streams, okay, on YouTube, not even on Twitch, streams on YouTube, where there's like Japanese people streaming with like 1,000 to 2,000 viewers. It's insane. Like, it's a really popular thing over there, but it's not really popular here. And I wish there was stuff like this here, because I would love to play this in like a, in an arcade. Just buy a bunch of these cards, go in there, have a good time. 100 yen. What is that? Like, not too much money. It'd be a fun thing to play like here and there, but we don't have it here because it's super popular over there, and it's not really worth it in these countries like Sweden or the US or just rest of the world really. But it's super popular, and I want you to bring this up because a lot of people keep sending me this footage. You keep telling me like, oh look, it's like a new Pokemon game. Is it for the 3DS? It's like, what is this for? and I don't always respond, but it's Pokemon Gyre, I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's all it is. It's just this, or Gali, I guess is another way to pronounce it. Gyre, Gali, I don't know. You get the point. It's straightforward. It's what it is, but that was one of the things we're supposed to talk about today. I know we've already gone on for too much of time, but I wanted just to point this out because a lot of people will always mention it to me, message me about it, or tell me about it. So there it is. There's that info kind of broken down, just giving you a little bit of information on that. Either way, next info. Ruffle Rowlet. I'm not sure. Rick420. Hey, repping that, URL on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't already. We're at 5,000 followers, aiming for that 10K. But either way, not sure if this is still relevant, but the Nintendo 3DS is gone. But if you notice on the item model number has Wii U in it. This is interesting, right? So if you go to, you guys remember, I did a video the other day. I think it was literally the last video I did prior to this one. The previous video I did was about new Pokemon Switch leak, which was an actual leak, that there's potentially going to be, or it was a leak from like Amazon, where there potentially was going to be like new Pokemon games coming to the Switch, but they said 3DS title in like part of the like name of the product. It was like Switch title and then like 3DS something, right? And people were like, what is this? And I was like, dude, this looks like this could be potentially ports, like, Mystery Dungeon ports or Pokemon Rumble ports or something like that, ports over to the Switch, the same way they've done ports in the past with the Wii U. So I was really, really interested. And then this tweet came to me by Ed Marwood here, who basically said, like, apparently now they've added Wii U to the actual text here, and if you actually look at it right there, you can see. I'm not sure if you guys can see my my arrow here, but let me just see. Boom. Okay, there you go. So you can see right here, it says item model number Switch 3DS title 23_Wii U. So here's a bit of heads up, right? In the past, when it comes to Nintendo leaks and stuff like this from Amazon, there has been other times as well where they put Wii U at the end, but it isn't really Wii U. Like, there is no relation to Wii U. Like, there is no actual correlation to it being related to the Wii U console or being something that was on the Wii U. There is the potential, though, that this could have been a product that was supposed to be for Wii U, but now it's switched. Or this could be something internal, like with Amazon specifically, like with Amazon itself, where basically they have everything listed under Wii U still. Maybe it's like still in their system or something. I mean, I could be wrong here. I don't know. I just know in the past, there has been stuff like this, that there's been games for the Switch coming. They've been leaked through these Amazon type shit things, you know what I mean? And there's been Wii U at the end, but it has nothing related to the Wii U. I think it was one game or so, like a Donkey Kong one, which was actually like a Wii U port, so to say. But, just in hindsight, like, if I think Wii U games of Pokemon games, I mean, I can only think of those games that were ported, like the Mystery Dungeon games, I guess, like the Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team, that were ported to the Wii U. Those are the only ones I can think that are ports that have been, put onto that console, which they might want to port over again, which would be really weird. I think it would be better if, they went with the 3DS stuff and ported that, which I think is what's going to be happening here. So I want to give you a little bit of an update on this, which means things are just really confusing. I don't know what this is all about. This is all over the place right now. So, hey, it is what it is, though. But the next part is the most interesting part of this video. And again, by the way, guys, I am not sure about this. The last video was talking about ports and what we could be expecting, what ports we should be waiting for and all that stuff. But this, I mean, I'm unsure. So that was that. Let's get to the next thing. So here we go. A post from, or a message from, or tweet rather, from Elite4 Aaron. And he said, Ruffle Rat, I don't think this would be up for the movie. This would be for the movie. Maybe she'll show up in Let's Go 2019 game. And I was actually like, I saw this the other day. Again, I've been really sick, so I just haven't been able to just jump on and be like, oh, let's see what's going on. We've just been like having a headache, and also just like World of Warcraft came out, like the new expansion, so I've been just busy playing that as well. And then like I just decked out because I was just too tired and my head just hurt too much. But that's besides the point. So what we have right here is, of course, we've got Eevee doing its weird shit as per usual. It's just Eevee being weird. But what you've got in the background here is the interesting part. That right there is the really confusing part of this whole thing, right? That is the character from the latest Pokemon 21st movie. That's the female lead, right? You have like Ash, and then you've got the female co-protagonist, whatever you want to call it. And that's her. That's her right there. But the really confusing part is, why is there a 3D model of her? Why? It makes no sense. And that's where people are confused. And I've been seeing, I've been seeing people and you know who I'm going to mention here, just this guy called Mega, keeps just making up shit like, oh, this is confirming Johto for Let's Go game in 2019, and just some bullshit. No. This isn't confirmed jack all. This doesn't confirm anything. But there could be the potential of her being in the Let's Go games, or even the 2019 games. There's a chance. I mean, why would you make a model for her? Because we know for a fact, okay, that the freaking anime is animated, right? It's animated, but, you know, it's a flat animation. It isn't like, you know, 3D animation. It's 2D, you know what I mean? It's a flat 2D animation. If they use, like, 3D models, of course, they sometimes do use 3D models for, like, battles and stuff. They don't really do it for characters most of the time, unless you're, like, watching Berserk. You know what I mean? They don't really use 3D models for characters. They actually draw them. The only time you really have, like, 3D models is, like, if you're gonna, you know, you just make, an outline, so to say, for yourself. Like, basically, you 3D model or rotoscope the whole thing. Like, basically, if it's in a battle, right, and it's too hard to, like, figure out how to draw a specific position, you make a 3D model because it's easier to kind of determine, you know, how it's supposed to be positioned and stuff. But you never, like, actually texture that, add colors and stuff. You never do that. It's just like mud. It's like a mud-colored thing, right? And then you just kind of draw, you know, through the outlines of that. Basically, what I'm trying to get across here is there's no way this is related to the movie. I mean, this is, of course, related to the movie in the sense of the character being in the movie, but this can't be related. This actual animation right here can't be related to the movie. It just makes no sense. So it has to be related to some of the games, which just makes me think, what? Why? I mean, okay, like, why? Why is the character... Because we tend to see sometimes characters show up from movies in the games, right? It happens. But since we've now gotten this whole reboot, right? This whole reboot of the movie franchise, it is so weird to see that a character potentially could be in the games, because we haven't seen that sort of thing in a while. I mean, we haven't really seen Ash in, you know, in the Pokemon games and that sort of stuff. So, you know, we're not expecting him to pop up there. We haven't even seen, like, you know, it's like a vice versa thing, right? Ash stays in the movie universe, and, you know, Red and those characters, you know, the main characters of those games, stay in their little place, right? Sometimes there's, like, you know, some animations made, like Pokemon Generations and stuff, and there's animations made for, like, the games and stuff, just to kind of correlate with those, but they're never connected to the journey of Ash and his little friends and stuff, and never to the movies, usually. Like, if there's movie relation, it's just some, like, a few characters here and there, like, you know, give or take, right? If you were to make a comparison right now, you could say, like, oh, the characters from, like, the Sun and Moon anime, like, all the people that hang out with Ash, those are in the games. Yes, that's precise. It's usually the backup characters, the side characters, right? But usually when it comes to the movies, they don't really show up. Like, we haven't seen, for example, right? Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Those two main character or side characters that were with Ash in the last Pokemon movie, I Choose You, right? We never saw those in a game. I've never seen them in Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon. I've never seen them in those games, but they were in those movies. So it's really weird, what I'm trying to get across here, it's really weird seeing a 3D model for this character, this girl character. So does this mean that she will maybe show up in Let's Go some way? Or not even in Let's Go, maybe next year's games. Maybe in 2019, that's when we'll see this character show up. Maybe she'll have some sort of connection to it, or something to do with Eevee. But I don't know. What's weird here is this girl character, she's right here, and Eevee's right there, which is the Pokemon that she takes care of in the actual game. You know, in the movie, it's the character that she... Sorry about that, it's like a freaking bike outside. But it is the Pokemon that's alongside her. It's her Pokemon, right? So it's, you know, it's logical that Eevee's here kind of like looking at this, but it's weird that it's a 3D model. It makes no sense. But I don't know, guys. Either way, I want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think this is going to be? Like, I just want to know your opinions, okay? Just like, you know, what do you think this could be? Could it just be like whatever? It's nothing, just like a 3D model they made for shits and giggles? Or is it a 3D model that's going to be related to a future Pokemon game or Let's Go games? Because I don't think, okay? I don't think this is related to 2019. Maybe Let's Go. Maybe. Maybe there's going to be some relation there. Maybe we're not going to go to Johto, that's for sure. We're not going to go to Johto. I think even Masuda specifically said, oh, this time we're exploring Kanto, no Johto. You know what I mean? No Johto. No. So I don't think we're going to be, like, he never said, like, no Johto, but he specifically, like, you know, pointed out, oh, this game we're going to be exploring Kanto again. So, you know, we shouldn't be expecting Johto and stuff. So I'm just curious, could this have to do something with Endgame? Could it be something like in the Endgame where, like, you know, you visit that whole, like, weird city where Lugia is and stuff? Like, I don't know. I'm confused as hell, guys. I don't know what this is. I'm really lost. This looks like a 3D model to me. I mean, look, it is a 3D model. It's undeniable it's a 3D model of that character. So I'm just really confused. Also, the eyes, like, I don't know why they're colored the wrong way, but... Well, I don't know. You get the point. But, I don't know, guys. Let me know in your comments, in the comment section down below. What do you think about this? What are your thoughts? And thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffled Rowlet. I can't even say my own name. My name is Ruffled Rowlet. I'll see you on this. Jeez, man. I'm so lost right now. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez, I can't even speak for shit, man.